And we're back with another video. I'm out here in the greenhouse. I have some sad news. We had some really cold temperatures the other week. It was dropping down into the 4 degrees and even into the negatives. And with this style of greenhouse, I had a couple of these little side vents, windows flap open, and it killed my propane tank overnight. Thus some things froze. The pepper plants and my sunflowers are toasted. Let's take a look. Okay, so yeah, one of the issues I'm finding with this style of greenhouse and the temperatures, trying to keep it warm is very difficult. It will burn through a 7-gallon propane tank overnight if you get one of these cracked open, or you get a flow of some cold air in here, and that happened. And it killed my pepper plants and my giant sunflowers, which is a total bummer. But everything else is looking pretty good. It did change the color on the bonsai plants, and the passion flowers, I don't know, they look like they're struggling after that frost. So we will see how they do. Still a little bit of growth on some of them, but unfortunately those colder temperatures did some damage. Mangoes hanging in there. In the future, I'm gonna shortly within the year have a hard paneled greenhouse. It'll be much more efficient on keeping it warm in here because it just loses a lot of heat in this. Honeysuckles are doing good. This is the most successful growing vine right now. I am worried about those passion flowers because they look pretty toasted, but we'll see. There's a little bit of growth on them. And here soon, within a few weeks, within the month, the overall temperature starts to rise and the sun will be out longer. That's when everything's really going to start coming to life in here. And I'm about 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out from starting my tomato plants. Let's see. The worms are still chowing down on the pumpkin, so they're doing good. I'm going to be cutting these pepper plants down and just putting some giant sunflower seeds in there, as I'm planning on really keeping an eye out on keeping it warm in here. Even contemplating putting a second greenhouse plastic over this to really keep the heat in. So we'll see. But I'm going to cut these down right now to plant some seeds in those. Alright, so I've got the pepper plants cut out of the pots. Pretty bummed out about it, but in the back of my head I always knew it was a big chance that it could get frost in here if something happened. So here's my giant sunflower seed stash. These seeds are the Russian giant mammoth seeds, and these ones are a seed I cross-pollinated between the Russian mammoth seed and another giant sunflower seed, and I came out with this. This is actually bigger than the other ones, so I'm going to be planting a lot of these ones this year. and see what happens with them, see how big they get. But I'm going to plant some of them in different pots, do some in these and then the other ones in those, and we will see what happens. Alright, so I replanted sunflowers in this one, and we've got them planted in these pots. Usually takes about a week and a half before they start to sprout in here. Gonna hope that it doesn't drop to really cold, windy temperatures, and like I was saying, it blew a couple of these flaps open and I lost all my heat. And these tiny little plants in here, some of them just can't handle it, so they froze. The ones I'm most bummed out about is the passion flower. They're not looking good. I think that when it froze in here, they just couldn't handle it. So I'll hope for the best. The big passion flower plant, this one that I pulled them off of, some of the growth looks a little questionable still. I hope it didn't freeze, but we'll see. So we'll just hope for the best, and things will grow back. It just takes time. So thanks for watching. I will post another video shortly.